I knew something was off. The moment I walked into the living room that evening, my wife, Emma, who had always been casual, with her hair in messy buns and dressed in old comfortable clothes, suddenly looked like she had stepped out of a fashion magazine. Her hair was perfectly styled, her makeup flawless, her outfit elegant and striking, nothing like her usual self. I told myself maybe she just wanted to feel good, maybe she was rediscovering herself. But deep down, something didn't feel right. A quiet unease started tightening in my chest. Over the next few days, it only got worse. She began spending hours getting ready every morning, carefully choosing her clothes, applying lipstick twice, adjusting her hair again and again. I noticed small things: her phone, once left unlocked by mistake, now never left unattended. The tension in her voice when I asked about her day, and the faint, secretive smile whenever she got a message. I wanted to believe it was nothing, that she was just going through a phase. But the signs became too loud to ignore. She started going out more, claiming she had worked dinners or was meeting friends, yet her stories were always vague. One evening, after another tense conversation, she received a text, grabbed her purse, and left in a hurry. My instincts screamed at me that something was wrong. I couldn't sit there any longer, lost in doubt. I had to know the truth. I took my coat and followed her quietly. She went to a restaurant downtown, the kind of place with dim lights and private corners meant for intimate conversations. I stood outside, half hidden in the shadows, my heart pounding so hard it hurt. And then I saw him, a man, older, confident, dressed sharp, sitting across from her. The way they looked at each other told me everything. She laughed, leaned in close, and then kissed him. Not a friendly kiss. It was long, deep, and filled with something that used to belong to me. My stomach turned. I felt frozen, unable to move or breathe. Watching her, my wife, holding his hand, smiling, touching his face, it broke something inside me that I'll never get back. When she left the restaurant, I followed her home in silence. That night, I confronted her. I told her I knew. My voice was calm, but inside I was falling apart. She tried to deny it, spinning stories about a friend, but her eyes gave her away. The guilt was all over her face. I didn't need more proof. The days that followed were chaos. The air between us was heavy with blame, anger, and pain. I went through every memory, replaying moments, wondering how I could have missed it all. But eventually, I realized something important. This wasn't just about her betrayal anymore. It was about me, about my dignity, my strength, and my future. I decided to stay calm. No shouting, no revenge. I started documenting everything: texts, receipts, timelines. I spoke with lawyers. I made a plan. I wanted to face this storm with my head high, not broken. When I finally confronted her with everything, she cried and begged, but I was done. I had already lost too much to let guilt or pity hold me back. I walked away knowing I had done everything right, that I had faced the truth with strength, not spite. The months after were hard. Every memory of her burned like salt on a wound. But slowly, I began to heal. I learned that betrayal doesn't just destroy trust. It reveals who you are when everything falls apart. I rebuilt myself. I focused on what made me feel alive again. I found peace in the small things, in honesty, in people who care without conditions. Looking back, I realized the moment I followed her into that restaurant was the moment I woke up. It was painful and cruel, but it freed me. I saw her for who she really was, and I finally saw myself for who I could become, someone stronger, wiser, and no longer trapped in lies. Betrayal left a scar, but it also gave me a lesson I'll never forget. When trust is broken, you can let it destroy you, or you can let it forge you into something unshakable. I chose strength, and that changed everything.